Hey, it's Dave from Bullpen Cycles, and well, we're on a road trip. First I was in Davenport, then we went to Birmingham, and now we are in Hummelstown, Pennsylvania. And this is not my first stop. I actually stopped at my friend's house up in the Blue Mountains and bought two bikes I don't really want, but I'm doing him a favor, and he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. That's a Suzuki Intruder, and this is a GS 750E, I think. And well, it's one of the three bikes, well, not the GS 750E, but the Intruder is one of the three bikes I totally hate. So if you've been following me, that is the BMW K1 early victories and Suzuki Intruders, because they really stink to work on. Anyway, we are here for Zundapps. Yeah, and these are both IKEA specials. And we're gonna take them down to Tennessee, so we got more traveling to do. And more about traveling of late coming up, because oh my gosh, we've seen some sketchy places. But this is a KS 601EL Zundapp. Well, it's like the other brand, the other style of BMW that is not BMW. And this is not my engine, but this is what they look like. Zundapp started, well, I guess they were pre-war, but they were famous for their military KS 600s and stuff like that. This is the derivative of that, but this is the final version. The KS 601EL, because, well, it has a swing arm. There's a swing arm in pieces with the top end. The shocks are in pieces. And you probably don't recognize this frame, because I didn't recognize it. We have reunited a pile here from an earlier auction. That frame was sold and separated from the rest of the bike. And that's a shame, because the rest of the bike is actually titled. And they only made 200 of this model. Now, I don't know how BMW soldiered on with basically the same bike into the 60s, but Zundapp stopped this in 56 and they made 200. So that's a desirable piece, and it looks like it's almost all here, from that end to this end. And here's where my project begins. This is another one. This is a 1955 KS 601, just a regular sport, and it's here. And that's a sidecar fender, because this one had a Stibe sidecar, and the engine for that one is this one. And it's in pieces. Here's the top end and other parts, those rusty pipes. They're both IKEA specials. This is the sidecar to the KS 601 Sport that's out there. We've got to pick the rest of that up at another location and take that whole pile of crap to Tennessee. But wait, it's not all. There's one other thing here that I bought, and yeah, it's a pile of junk. But this is a special bike. And when these are fixed up right, they bring pretty good money. Why? Because that right there. This is a T160, final version of the Trident that has electric start, and I guess the BSA version of the motor with the cylinders canted front. They're 5-speed. This is the best Trident ever, if that's saying anything. Now this one has Kirker pipes, which I have got to remove. So if anyone has a line on Trident pipes, let me know. Oh wait, I have pipes? See, I don't even know what I bought. What kind of sick whack job is that? In here?
The hairs and stuff are in there.
In the box.
And then here, to be correct, Black Cat muffler.
Oh wow. I wonder if they're the same as the Norton mufflers in that year.
They are.
Oh, good to know. So we're getting loaded up. I don't know how this video is going to turn out, because nothing is planned here. We're going to go down to Tennessee. We're gonna stay in some sketchy places. Hopefully they're gonna be better than before, and we're gonna get loaded up, and I got one more stop before that, so stay tuned. Okay, so this is our I guess it's our third stop on our road trip. And we are again at Maddo Cycle. And formerly a gas dealer, now a Riehu dealer outside of Pottsville, Pennsylvania. And we are here for this. So the rule is, if you do something once and it doesn't work out, well, of course, you do it again. So here is my brand new Riehu. Now, do you remember the last one I had? I bought that new, paid list price, took it to Florida, and they wouldn't title it. So apparently in Florida, the brand has to be in NHTSA, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration database. And Riehu, that's almost 3 years ago, wasn't in NHTSA. It was too new a brand. So Florida wouldn't title it. I ended up selling it at my auction back in March. Remember what I said then? I said, and of course, as soon as I sell it, then it'll be up in NHTSA and I'll be able to plate it. But if I keep it, it won't be. Bus kind of do. And this was after sitting on it for 2 years. I said, if I sell this, it's gonna end up getting approved in the database and I'll be able to tag it. But if I don't sell it, it's like washing your car and it rains, you know, so, or not washing your car and it doesn't rain. So of course I sold it, and guess what happened? Yep, the brand was approved in NHTSA. Now they're not homologated, they're not EPA approved, but they are in the database. So that should have been enough, except now there's a new hurdle. So if you're in Florida, and I think many other states, probably most, are requiring manufacturers of non-approved motor vehicles, dirt bikes and stuff that aren't homologated through EPA to write on the MSO off-highway use only. So if you order a brand new Riehu or AJP in Florida, it will come with an off-highway designation. And if that happens, you're screwed. So, well, I couldn't get one. But I came to Maddo Cycle and I found a leftover that wasn't designated off-highway use because it was before the enforcement of that law, whatever it is. I finally, it wasn't a lifelong dream, but it was a goal. I wanted an E-Start modern dual sport that was made in Spain. Yeah, and it's not a Bultaco, but made in Spain. I got my Spanish street legal E-Start dual sport 2-stroke. So from here, we're gonna go on to our next stop. Our next stop on this road trip is, well, I'll see you in Tennessee. All right, so I don't remember if this is stop 3 or 4 or 5, but we're outside of Memphis, Tennessee. And we got all our crap unloaded. And I'm here with, and you'll get to meet him, Mr. Ken Owen, who's like, he has been working on Zundapps since they invented dirt. On our EL, we seem to be missing only a timing advancer and a fork ear. And he's gonna put together our roller, and he might even take our AJS, but... So wait a minute, before we tell about the bikes, how did you become like the Zundapp expert?
In 1963, I got the first one. A friend of mine had a 200 twin pipe, and
what's it? They made it like a early, like a Norma, a DB200 or something.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Rusty McFarland bought that at the auction a year or so ago, And he didn't want it, so I ended up with it. And that's the very first Zundapp I ever owned right there.
Yeah, I've had a couple of these.
And I had one just like this that was original from one end to the other. It had the original toolkit with the brand new spark plug in it, the tire pump and everything.
All right.
I sold it to Andy Kozlowski.
So that was in '63. You got your first Zundapp,
Yeah.
and that's when the bug bit you.
Yeah. Well, I could find they would quit and people wouldn't know how to work on them, and nobody had, except for the dealers, had metric wrenches, so they couldn't get a wrench to fit anything on it.
And there's a special
Yeah.
tool for the head. I think I have
Right.
one of them floating
Right.
around.
But anyway, they couldn't work on them, and they kept farting around when they're putting the wrong batteries in them and burning things up. And all
Okay.
that. So,
These are actually pretty simple.
oh, they're bulletproof.
What is this?
That is a very early Ducati 85cc Bronco, and the only thing I'm liking for it is that damn screw-on plastic gas cap.
Oh, it's plastic.
If you see one of those, I'll give you $50 for it.
I wonder if it's the same as some of my early Morinis.
It's possible.
I'll have to look.
It's a fairly fine thread.
Yeah, all right, I'll have to look. If I do, I'll send you a picture.
But I restored that one, and this one, the CZ over there, and there's another CZ outside, came out of Memphis Motorcycle, and I have a Zundapp 250 out of there. When they closed up and sold out, all this stuff was in the warehouse under 1,000 bicycles.
Huh. And this is a Zundapp Citation. That's an
my special
overhead
Citation
cam.
that I was building, and it's got an alternator on it, and it's got a Triumph front end on it.
Oh, look at
Like
that.
that.
Oh, because the front end is sitting over here.
Yeah.
All right.
And these things they were all right, but they were weird to get used to,
So what year is this?
74, I think.
You really should. The longer you sit on these, the less they're worth, because
what I
everyone's
hear.
aging out. Yeah. And I told folks that I wasn't buying anymore.
Yeah.
Do you have the airbox?
Yeah, I don't have the airbox.
Okay.
I couldn't find it. Whether Eddie ever had the gearbox or not. You remember Eddie Wilbanks?
Mm-mm.
Eddie Wilbanks was the foremost aluminum welder in the United States. He repaired Ferrari crankcases, Lamborghinis, stuff with rods thrown through the crankcase, and you never know it was fucked up.
Is that original paint?
I doubt it.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll share it.
Yeah.
I had one like this. Same color and everything. Now, there's an S7 and an S8. Which is this?
This is the 8.
And what's the difference?
The 8 has got the BSA front wheel and rear wheel and all on it, and forks. The S7 has the big fat wheels like
Oh.
the Indian.
Then
They were
mine-
trying to make it look like a Harley.
Mine was a 7.
Mhm.
And is that fender mounted normally? Or is
Yeah,
it just,
that's
and that's how it looks like with
That's-
those
that's correct.
skinnier wheels?
Yep.
All right, cool. So you restored both of these how long ago?
2 years ago.
You finished them about 2 years ago. And what'd you have to do?
Everything.
So you were talking about the engine.
Yeah. Not completely rebuild the engines, but all new bearings, seals, new pistons, bore them out.
Oh, so you put new bearings down in the lower end?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, so they're
Transmission too.
totally refurbished.
Thoroughly done.
And your choice of colors.
Well,
And what do you ask for
I'm
them?
going to say 85% of them were that. The rest of them were either this color, and there was a brick red.
Yeah, I know that tomato
Which is
soup
kinda
red.
ugly because it faded real bad.
Well, I always like this. It's the color of an industrial tool press, drill press or something.
Well, what this is, in essence, it's opal essence silver blue, and I had an E-type Jag, a 66. That was opal essence silver blue, and it was a show car. I could not park it anywhere. It was absolutely perfect from one end to the other, and ran good and everything. I sold it to an airplane controller for way too cheap. And we used that money to go back to Africa the last time.
What were you doing in Africa? Hunting. Oh, okay. All right.
Once you get that bug, you can't stop.
Yeah, that was never my thing. All right, well, let's talk about this AJS, and then we're going to head back down to Florida. So I wasn't expecting this, but I think my AJS is staying here. He's getting an English bike of all things.
The only English thing I've got left is a famous James.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I started out on.
I don't like those. Those Viller powered little bicycle frame things.
Well, now, they made a cheaper one that was in the 50s. The ones that were made in 48, 49 with the twin pipes and the little can down there in the front, those are neat.
I don't think it's totally flat. I think we'll better roll it down and then I'll pump it
The
up.
one in the front, flat. But,
So, sometimes I worry about these kicking out. So what I'll do is I'll start wheeling it out. Just keep your foot on here, and then you have to be an
Why
anchor.
don't I get something to hold that together?
Oh, if I just stick my foot on it. All you gotta do is keep your foot on it. I mean, I do have a front brake that's reasonably well. This bike weighs a lot. I guess it's not gonna roll too fast with flat tires.
As long as you stay in the middle of that one, we're okay.
Well, I go down the one and then I walk down the other.
Yeah, I've got a fairly wide. Very good.
Now, whoa! Oh!
Oh no! You okay?
I'm okay. How's your bike?
Well, it's better than you are, brother. Can you get up?
Yeah. I'm worried about your bike. Oh.
Well, I should have got something that came loose up here.
It slid. The ramp fell off. It slid.
Yeah, let me get that up out of the way. All right.
No, let me help. Probably didn't do a thing.
Well, we both messed up the handlebars, but that's fine.
Oh, and we put that nick in it.
We're as long as you're all right, that's the main thing.
And you bent a peg.
That's all right. I can be straight. You okay?
Yeah.
I think we need to get some better. Well, what happened here is that came loose.
Well, let me pump up the tires now. Oh. I saw it sliding while I was on it, and that's why I was saying, oh! At least I didn't swear. I'm sorry about your bike. These bikes are tough as heck. Now that one is bent, but that must have been bent from before. I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Wow, that was exciting. Holy smokes. Here, let me help. Man, you're tougher than I am.
No, I'm just used to it.
So now we are at Corinth, Mississippi. And I've been driving around so much, I don't know where I'm at half the time. And I don't even know what's gonna be on the video. I've just been shooting footage, and so my friend Ken, we were just at, told us we should stop here. Lake Hill Motors and Marine. It's apparently one of the oldest Honda and oldest Yamaha dealers in the nation. Not the oldest, but in the top 10. I'm told there's some old bikes in here. I've never been in here before. And I suspect by the look of that building that that was the original location before they moved in here. But I think I see what we're looking for. Yeah, here we go. They call this the museum. And before I go in there and get too far away, I gotta get some permission. And oh my, there's a whole nother room. Well, this is Lake Hill Motors, and let me get permission. I think what I'll do is I'll do a quick walk, just a quick walk to get some idea, and let's find the owner and see if we can get a tour. So you're gonna have to tune back for another video. There's too much here to put in this video. There is a lot here. This is Lake Hill Honda Yamaha. Oh my. Well, let's see if we can find the owner.